My God, I can't contain this. Jacob encountered God, but compromise was still present. Some of us have encounters with God, but we're still holding on to things he never told us to keep. And that's why we can't get set free. That was the story of my life. I encountered God, but I was holding on to things he wanted me to release. So even though I had an encounter with God, I was never changed. Even though I had an encounter with God, I was never set free. I kept running back to things I wasn't supposed to run to because there was idols in my house. You can have an encounter with God, but still be bound. Yes. You can have an encounter with God, but still not be set free. Yes. God is saying some of us had encounters with him, but we're still holding on to things he never told us to keep. Are you holding on to old habits? Are you holding on to hidden compromise? Yes. Are you holding on to quiet idols? And believe me, I've been at this place where you keep saying week after week after week, God is working on me. God is working on me. God is working on me. I'm not done. I'm not perfect. But God is saying when you have an encounter with me, you should be released those idols. Yes. When you have an encounter with me, I will tear those idols down. But here's what happens. I hear you, Holy Spirit. God is saying, we have encounters with God and we want him to take the idols. We want him to break the idols. Jesus. But God is saying, when you have a true encounter with me, I search your heart and you lay the idols down. Jesus. Some of us want God to come in and do all the work. We want God to come up and clean us. We want God to rearrange us. We want God to tear it down. God is saying, when I come in, I'm going to expose the idols and it's up to you to deal with it. Yes. It's up to you to get rid of it. Yes. It's up to you not to want it. What old habits are you holding on to? Yes. What hidden compromises? What quiet idols? Jacob had an encounter with God, but compromise was still present. Number two. No, before I get to number two. Altars require removal. That's why some people run from the altar, not to it, because when you run to the altar, it requires things being removed. Yeah. It requires God stripping you. It requires God showing you who you are and taking things off and you laying things down. I've seen altars where people begin to put drugs on the altar. People put dope on the altar. People put medicine on the altar. Yes. People put pornography on the altar. Yes. But we want to have quiet encounters with God and keep our sin and keep sin in the camp. Number two, purify yourselves. This is an extension of the first step. Not just removing idols, but cleansing the heart. What good is it to remove idols just to have an unclean heart? Yes. What good is it to remove idols, but the idol is in your heart? You can remove the idol, but if the idol is in your heart, you're always going to be drawn to it. Yes. You can get rid of the pornography tapes, but if your heart is blessed on pornography, you're going to be drawn to it. Yes. You can get rid of the alcohol. You can get rid of the drugs. You can get rid of every